Alright, so about this
Open the
one.
crates and start sorting the weapons. We load the truck in 1 hour. Move your asses.
Yeah, move your fucking asses.
Deactivate the 4 main generators. They're pumping 10,000 volts through those ladders.
So, this is where I kind of quit the whole Freeman's Mind-esque-ish fucking commentary I've been doing so far and have to explain this. I said before that there would be bits of, stealth. Stealth would be a big thing in this game. There would be levels where you would have to sneak around and not get caught and hide bodies and shit. Because if the bodies get found or anything like that, an alarm can go off because someone will run for an alarm. And if it goes off, you instantly fail. This is where it begins. If one fucker spots you, if one fucker sees a dead body somewhere, or a knocked out body, anywhere, what they will do is that they will fucking run for the nearest alarm, and if you do not kill them in time, they will trigger the alarm, and you instantly fail the level, and you have to do it all over again. Now, later on, there will be at least, one stealth level in which has, a checkpoint, so you won't get too fucked. There is a chance that you will survive and be able to continue on if you play your cards right. But for the most part, you're going to be doing what I'm doing. You're going to be taking things slow. You're going to be making sure you don't get caught. You'll be paying attention to every tap. Paying attention to the walk cycle, everyone. Making sure to grab some throwing knives because they're back. And making sure not to get caught. Making sure not to get seen, making sure not to get fucking shot, because there will be a small percentage of assholes who will just shoot you rather than pull an alarm. Even then, they might just go and pull the alarm anyway, because they're all basically programmed now to do that. See that alert thing there? If I let him run away then, he would go for an alarm and I'd be fucked. And the worst part is that there'll be other assholes around here that if they see him running for an alarm and I kill him, they will do the exact same fucking thing. And it gets annoying, and that's the alarm right there. If that goes off, I'm fucked. And no, you can't destroy them. There's no way to deactivate them. All you can do is take down every motherfucker.
Don't underestimate him. He's a wily old bastard.
Well, yeah, we gotta accept Carrington, but apparently he's a wild old bastard compared to these guys. And, yeah. This is one of those levels I hate in this game. You see, in many stealth games, they at least give you something nice, There's usually, decent save points where, you save and then you'll reappear where you were before, and you can just abuse that and make sure you don't fuck up that way. By the way, I'm gonna get shot at as soon as I go inside of here. So, get ready, because once I unlock this lockpick, which you haven't been using so far, I'm going to start shooting these guys down, and I have to destroy that thing, by the way. And I gotta make sure these guys are killed, or else I'm in a bit of trouble here. So, now. And now this other guy will start shooting at me, in which I'm now going to try and crossbow him. Not working. Just fucking go loud. Now, the good news is that when it comes to sounds, the game's very picky on which sound is actually going to alert them and which isn't. And luckily, because they're far away, enough far away, they won't hear me shooting my gun or them shooting their guns. By the way, there are 4 generators I have to deactivate in order to actually complete the fucking level. In this case, deactivate the electricity on the ladder so I can actually climb the ladder so I can actually get to where the end of the level is. So, yeah, this is what I'll be doing throughout the whole thing. Not only will I be killing motherfuckers, I will also be hiding their bodies, in these areas. And not only that, but I'll also be using the crossbow as... The crossbow is long range, really. It has the scope and everything, so it's useful for aiming. And not only that, but it's very silent, so... It helps. It helps a lot more than using the melee weapons to knock people out. It's more useful than the knives that you can get. Simply because the knives aren't exactly the most useful thing in the game. And, yeah. Really all I'm using the knives for is melee combat because it's a lot better than your fists. But even then, you don't really want to do melee combat in this game, as the melee combat is very weak and will fuck you up more than it will help you, as you saw back in, I believe, the second level. So, yeah, I hate these levels simply because they're not done well. I like the action in this game, I like the style, and I really like a lot of these weapons. They do work fairly well, there's nothing wrong with them, they're all really good. It's not that. It's more the fact that the stealth sections are the worst. A lot of stealth games know how to do this correctly. 13 just added it in as an added challenge and as a gimmick, really. Because there's only like a small few levels where stealth is really important. You can stealth a lot more, like I've been sort of doing sometimes. For the most part, you can go guns blazing until these parts, in which you can't do that, really. Unless you want to get fucked, because unless you can map out the direct fucking path to take in order to not have an alarm go off while you're going guns blazing, you're kind of fucked on going guns blazing. You're kind of fucked on making a lot of noise, because every motherfucker will hear you, every motherfucker will run for a goddamn alarm, every motherfucker will screw you over. But don't worry about the blood spots. Don't worry about the blood spots, because they don't notice the blood. They only notice the bodies. The blood doesn't exist. Even though it's right fucking there for you, they don't even know. Yeah, as you can see, there's a door there, and that door holds another generator, so I have to get inside of there and, knock it out. As far as I know, though, there are about, 3 or 4 times where stealth is extremely important. Not a lot of times, there's a lot of levels in this game, but for the most part, you can go in guns blazing, you never have to worry about stealth, because it's not that big of a fucking deal. You can literally go for this game without the need of stealth. There will be moments, though, where you're gonna have to be stealthy, where you have no choice, because if you're not stealthy, you will fail. Oh, and by the way, I didn't miss. The car was in the way. And also he can see me, so I have to kill him now, or else he'll go for the alarm. And he's dead now, so that's good news for me. And luckily there's no assholes over here, so that's also good news for me. Now, I don't think they add more enemies in on hard difficulty. I'm pretty sure that that's not a thing. For the most part, I think the hard difficulty just makes them harder to kill and has them deal more damage than you. I think that's about the gist of it, and that is pretty hard. So it makes the stealth sections easier in a way, but even then, it's their senses also get a hell of a lot better, so it'll make stealth sections a lot harder, and they're my least favorite, which is why I do believe that the game did not put me on the highest setting, which I don't want to do, because the game is hard enough on its own. With this shit, I can see the guy's body through the wall. That's great. I can, get through this no problem right now, but even then, I still fuck up time and time again. Not on this level, luckily, because I've been through this level a lot of times in a lot of playthroughs of this game, and quite a number of times I have given up or died a lot due to this level. But now I've gotten so memorized with this fucking level, so used to it almost, that I know when the fuck I need to go and knock a guy out, and when not to. And I know who to target first and who to target last, and I know the route I need to take that is the safest route in order to get through this. But even then, I get really fucking timid walking around this place because you never know. You never know when you might fuck up once, and that's it. You have lost the mission, you have failed the game, you have to do everything all over again. There are no checkpoints in this level. Fuck up once, you have to go and do all the generators again, knock out all the guys again. It's annoying. It is really annoying, and if you were a kid back then, and you weren't really good at stuff like, Splinter Cell and such, or if you're someone like a Crystal Fish or whatever, and, you can't stealth, you suck at stealth, and you'd rather just go guns blazing and shit, this is usually the part in which you start hating this game, or you give up. Because they get overly fucking strict with the stealth stuff when they, make you do this shit where you can't have a single alarm. At least with stuff like Splinter Cell and such, you can usually get away with like 1 or 2 alarms in a few levels. Not this game. Not this game. 1 alarm every time, you lose. Game over. You fucked up. It gives you no breathing room, and you are forced to do this flawlessly. And it sucks. So, if you're good at stealth sections, like I have become good at over the few years, then this should be no problem. You will be doing what I do, for the most part, in which you'll be taking it very slowly and silently and such, crouching all the time, making sure not to, get seen and make a lot of noise and such. But you'll make it through if you know what you're doing, which I sort of do. I don't remember very well, but I try.
You should find a way in.
Yeah, I can't go for the roof yet, lady. I need to get all the generators, remember? But I use a knife. I mean, why not? I mean, I got the fucking knives. I have like 9 of them. I might as well use it. But yeah, this is where you can literally quit the game, because this shit is literally fucking hard. And there are more than 1 stealth levels in which you have to do this with like no alarms at all, where if one motherfucker hits an alarm, it's game over. And yeah, now it tells about the electricity generators, even though she told you about them beforehand. So that makes no fucking sense. But there you go. And again, a few of these motherfuckers, they will not pull an alarm. They will instead try to kill you. Which, those are the least threatening in these levels. Because they're not going to instant game over you. And also some of them have fucking helmets. But yeah, they're not going to instant game over you simply because of the fact that they're just shooting at you. They're not trying to pull an alarm, they're trying to kill you. By the way, as you can see, I can't grab him unless I have like a normal pistol or whatever, so if you're doing things like holding a crossbow, you gotta have to switch to a pistol, your hands, and then just, hide them in here. There are bits where you don't have to actually hide the bodies, but for the most part, you're better safe than sorry to just hide them. And there are a lot of hiding spots, so, Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I can't read, and there's the ladder, which is, as you can see, laced with electricity. If I even touch this, I will take damage. And that'll suck ass. So don't do it. So, yeah. If you're wondering what's going to happen now, the last 2 generators, the other half of the generators, are actually behind those walls. Right in front of me. There are 2 doors for me to go ahead, unlock and get inside of them. This is where they camp, by the way. This is their campsite, where most of these motherfuckers will be. And, where they will almost always try to go for an alarm. And only 2 of them will shoot at me. And those 2 are inside of a building, so it makes sense. But even then, I still have to deal with, like, what, 4 or 5 fuckers running around here and not get caught, and not have a single one of them pull an alarm. Not easy. And this is usually where I get a lot of my game overs, trying to deal with this area. With the outside area, I have gotten a total of 6 game overs in every playthrough of the game I've done, which is about 4. This is my 5th one, by the way. While going in here, I have probably gotten like about 28 game overs. Because you have to shoot them down in specific spots because they're all in like a route in which they will see the other body if you're not killing them in the right spot. And then you gotta hide anyway because they can have a route in which they will see it nonetheless unless you can fucking hide it in time. And then you have to worry about not getting caught, so you have to time yourself right, and it's like, fuck. So now you're currently fucking shitting yourself, right? Now you're having a hard time trying to get through the game. And it's been like that for me for quite a few years when it came to this game. And I hate it. And as you can see, there are 2 guards pretty close together, honestly. Another guard just walking back and forth in this area. If I kill him from there, that guy in the distance will see it, and I will get an alarm pulled, and that'll be it. That'll be game over for me. I have had it happen multiple times. It sucks. And by the way, inside of here is some assholes.
It was right behind us. Should I take a look? Forget it. Let them fend for themselves.
Yep, let them fend for themselves. It's like you guys be fending against me by yourselves. Fire an alarm, and with just your guns. And it's gonna go about as well as they expect. Not as well at all. Not well at all. Get ready, I'm gonna go a bit guns blazing on these assholes for crossbow. I have a lot of bolts, so I should be fine. Got him. Alright. So, that's all the ones that shoot at you. Now it's just guys that will just run for an alarm. Now there was an alarm, there were 2 alarms in here. They could have pulled those and I would have gotten game over right there. I've had that happen multiple times when instead of them shooting at me, they would run for that very, very close alarm and I would get instant game over. I couldn't do shit. And it sucked because I have to come in these areas to get the generators. And when they just go and pull the alarm instantly like that, when they're close to an alarm, and I can't kill them in time to fucking deal with it, I fucking hate that. I fucking hate that because instead of being able to get through this flawless like the game wants me to do, I get fucked over. And I have to do all this shit again. And hopes to God I get lucky enough to not get fucked over again. Because they're basically a random number generator on if they're going to go and pull the alarm, or they're going to fucking come and shoot me. It's a 50-50 chance. But anyone outside is always running for a fucking alarm. I have never experienced a single one of these assholes try to shoot me. Like, when it comes to like just shooting me, only the ones that are inside of a building do that in this level. I have never encountered a single motherfucker in an outside area in this level trying to shoot me instead of running for the nearest alarm. And also, when you're zooming in, there's a stability bar on the side. You can see it with the blue bar when I move. Later on, that's going to be gone. There will be a skill unlocked in which I can move around. And that stability is 100%. I will never lose my stability when I move around. So, that'll be useful. But right now, I have to deal with the stability. And I have to make sure I do this fairly well. And I have to do it in specific ways so that no one gets alarmed and I don't get fucked over. And yeah, inside this area is the last generator. I knock this fucker out and I win. I can basically go back to the ladder and I can basically get the fuck out of here and win. And in case you're wondering, there are guys upstairs, up the ladder. There are guys up on the roof. But at that point, you don't have to worry about alarms, because there aren't really any alarms they can pull to fuck you over up there. They will pretty much always try to kill you. And at that point, the whole alarm thing is over, so you don't have to worry about the alarms at all ever again. In fact, you can leave that one guy in the corner you saw before there alive if you wanted to. I'm not going to do that because I'm an asshole. But yeah, you can leave this guy right over there alone if you wanted to. He won't get in your way unless you go for that door. So as long as you don't go for that door at all, you'll be fine. But just in case. And yeah, that's about it. That's all the guards everywhere in this entire base area where the generators are. If you have succeeded in getting through this in your first go, congratulations. You have done much better than me in my multiple pass. This was my first go, and as you saw, I went fairly well. But again, I've been doing this a lot. I know how to deal with this. There will be
shows a ventilation shaft in the cliff. Use your grappling hook to get down there.
Thanks. There will actually be levels in which I have done them as well, but I haven't done them as much, and you will see that I will fail multiple times on those ones. So get ready for that shit. I can't do anything about it. But yeah, that is about it. So yeah. Next part, we'll be going back to the whole Freeman's Mind. That's what the commentary I've been doing thus far. And yeah, we'll be saving Carrington. We'll be getting him out of jail and he'll be free. So I'm just going to go ahead, get my grapple out, go down there, go into the ventilation shaft that's for some reason out on this mountain. I don't know why they have it like this. It makes no fucking sense. And yeah. So, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time for more 13, in which we can get away from the stealth and get to the action. Because that's what we're here for. We're not here to be stealthy. We're not here to be Splinter Cell. We're here for action.
You went to neutralize the GIs, not slaughter them! I want the names of all the agencies working with on the Sheridan case. Whole thing cast back.
You've got nothing left to prove but suspense.
I must question this man.